Okay, so hi everyone. Thanks for being on. We have there's kind of like a lot of announcements, but I just updated the team page header with July news in there, so make sure you go take a look at those dates. So I put most of the announcements in there, but main thing is obviously know that you right now is the MBF coach exclusive window. So if anybody wants to sign up for MBF right now, they have to sign up as a discount coach in order to get access to it, which is awesome for them. They get early access and the discount, and awesome for you to help you hit Emerald or above. So that's that. Second announcement is on Monday night, we're going to host a coach information group webinar. So have that on your calendar so that you can start inviting to that. Maybe you're signing up customers right now as discount coaches, and maybe you could see the potential in them as being an active coach and not just a discount coach. So on Monday night, we're going to be hosting a webinar of what is coaching, what do we do, how do we earn an income, and you can feel free to invite to that, and we'll share all the information for you. So Monday night, put that on your calendar and be inviting to that. My challenge to you would be to invite a minimum of 10 people to be on that call. So put it on your to-do list for Thursday and Friday to invite 10 people for Monday night's call or something like that, okay? So that's my challenge to you. I'm gonna share my screen. We've got a lot to cover tonight, so I'm kind of gonna fly. We're gonna be talking about inviting, and we're also going to be talking about overcoming objections. And so the inviting part will be quick, but the objections part will take a little bit longer. So as we all know, you can't get very far in this business if you decide to not send personal invites. Every time I feel like I have gone through a lull in my business, like where things really aren't happening, I feel like I don't really know what to do with myself, no one's messaging me, I don't have messages in my inbox, that is because I have not been sending personal invites. And so usually I take that as a kick in the butt, and the next day I go and send 20 invites, and boom, my inbox is full. So whenever I wake up and I have like a full inbox of messages I need to respond to, that's kind of a reminder telling me, hey, I'm doing my job. I'm connecting with people. I'm reaching out to people. People are inquiring and asking me questions. And that's me showing me that I'm doing my job. So make sure that you are taking the time to send the invites. The invites is the oxygen mask for you in your business. So you're flying on an airplane, altitude drops or whatever, the masks drop down from the ceiling. What do they tell you to do? Put on your mask first before you turn and help somebody else with their mask. So in this case, before I go and, post to social media, make pretty graphics and stuff, I have to first make sure that I am prioritizing my air mask, which is inviting, because it is the lifeblood to this business, is sending personal invites, connecting with people. So it's simple, it's easy, it does not have to be complicated. And I like to look at it as you're inviting to a party. When have you ever heard of one of your friends were throwing a party, you knew you couldn't go, but they wanted to send you an invite anyway, just so that you felt included and loved and thought of? Everyone loves being invited. Even if they're maybe not interested at this moment, they might see it as, oh, like, wow, she thought of me, she sees me, she cares about me, she took the time to extend an invite to me. That's an awesome thing. So look at inviting as you're inviting to a party, because you are. Like, we love our programs, we love our challenge groups, right? And I personally think my groups are a party. So I get excited when I take the time to invite people to become part of my community, and part of an opportunity to find their healthiest, most confident selves. So let's keep it simple. Here are your 4 steps to inviting. Number 1, make sure you are sharing consistently on your stories. You need to be showing that you are on a health and fitness journey. I would suggest showing sample moves so that it shows people, oh, wow, she's doing a fitness program. Oh, cool. Those are some of the moves that are in fitness programs. Oh, cool. You can do it from home. Like all these things you should be sharing on your Instagram stories so that when you do go to send an invite, people know what you're talking about. People can see what you've been up to. So I suggest if you're a brand new coach, get in the rhythm of sharing to your Instagram stories, all things. Share about your spouse, your dog, your babies, but also be consistent about sharing your health and fitness journey on there. Step 2, go see who is watching your stories and who is liking your photos. Step 3, connect with them. Thank them for following your journey and ask them if they're on a health and fitness journey too. Hey, oh my gosh, just wanted to drop in and say thanks for joining or thanks for following along on my health and fitness journey. Just trying to be a light and encouragement to others on their fitness journey. Are you on a health and fitness journey too? Something like that. You thank them and you ask them if they're on a health and fitness journey too. Connect with them, start a conversation. Depending on how that conversation goes, you can either invite them in that invite or you can come back another day and extend the invite. So here are 3 scripts. Feel free to screenshot the page if you want to, or take a picture of the screen or whatever. But this is a script that I am sharing similarly right now. Hey, Julia, hope you're having a great week. I'm not sure if you've seen in my stories, but I have a new group starting Monday, July 13th. It's a VIP exclusive group for our brand new 3-week program, focusing on strength training and cardio. We're also going to be dialing in on nutrition. I'm so pumped for it. Could I send you some more information about our group or the sample workout of the program to try? Something like that. Okay, so I'm sending a specific invite to a specific event that is coming up. Makes it really easy for me to invite to something when it's an event. It's something that's going to be happening. It's coming around the bend. I'm going to invite to it like it's a party. Okay, here is a script that's a little bit more general. Maybe you are not starting one on Monday. Maybe you're in the middle of a program. You could do something a little bit more like this. Number 2, hey Susie, hope you're having a great week. Noticed you've been tracking with my stories a bit, so thought I'd come and see if you were interested in jumping in with my online accountability group. We're starting a new challenge soon. Would you be interested in gathering more info? No worries if not. I just wanted to extend the invite. See, it's no pressure. I'm throwing it out there. They don't have to feel pressured. I'm just extending an invite, letting them know that they are welcome. Okay, so that one's super simple and generic. Also, I typed this up really fast, so I apologize for the typos. Okay, so we're Americans, we're millennials. We look at our phone when we're going through the target line. Our baby starts crying, we forget to respond. So you have to give people grace when they see your message and forget to respond. Give people the benefit of the doubt. So in that case, maybe you sent 20 invites yesterday and a lot of them have seen the message but not responded. Follow up with them within 24 to 36 hours. Hey girl, just checking back real quick to see if you got my last message. That's it. Super simple. I've had so many people thank me for following up with them because they're like, oh my gosh, I saw this and forgot to respond. My baby was crying. Okay, so give people the benefit of the doubt. They're not always purposefully ghosting you. Not always. So give people the benefit of the doubt and just ask, hey, checking back real quick, see if you got my last message. Okay, what if they ghost you? Oh man, they ghosted me, they didn't respond, they've seen both my messages, but they're still following my stories. You need to keep following up with that person because sooner or later, whether it's 2 months down the road or 2 years down the road, they're eventually going to sign up with you. Today, I signed a girl who has been following my journey for 2.5 years, but she has not wanted to join me because she's been doing the Tone It Up app for like 2 years. And finally today she signed up. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But it's only because I continue to follow up with her. But I didn't like beat a dead horse, between my invites, sometimes it was a couple months in between before I sent another invite. And during that time, I would comment on her stories. She had a baby similar in age to my baby. So like we bonded over babies and mom stuff. So you don't have to beat a dead horse. Sometimes instead of sending invite after invite after invite, you need to build that relationship a little bit. Show that you're interested in their life, because you should be. Like, we're in the relationship of, or we are in the business of building relationships and building trust and helping people. So make friends. Like, that's what we're trying to do here, is make friends, build trust. And I did with this girl. And eventually she's like, okay, I'm ready to switch things up. I'm jumping in with you. And she signed up today because I decided to build a relationship with her. And eventually I decided to send her one more invite. Okay, so that's inviting. Super simple. It's easy. And usually, I know we all dread doing it, but once you send out that first or second invite, you can get on a roll and just pound them out one after the other, okay? So make sure, I would encourage you guys to send at least 30 invites a week. That might look different. Maybe you're busting them out all in one day. Maybe you're sending out 7 invites every single day, depending on how much time you have on your hands. But I would get in a rhythm of sending anywhere between 30 to 130 invites a week. The more the merrier. The more you send out, the more yeses you're gonna get quicker, because as we all know, we get objections, right? We are going to get lots of, no, I'm not interested right now. No, it's not in my budget. No, I don't have the time. No, I'm so busy. And so it's normal, okay? Objections are normal. They are bound to happen. It's human nature for people to like get fearful and decide, like, as a defense mechanism, to just say no to things so that they don't have to think about it and so that they don't have to be challenged, okay? So objections is something that I get every single day. And when somebody says they're not interested, it's not a no forever, right? My friend Lauren, she said no thanks for 2 years. And eventually 2 years she came around because I kept that relationship healthy, okay? So take every conversation as a learning experience. It's not something to give up on. So many coaches send out, maybe 5 invites and then all 5 of them either get ghosted. And so the next day they send 5 more invites, and like maybe 2 people respond and they aren't really interested, or maybe they're interested in information, but they don't want to sign up. And then they get discouraged, and then they want to give up because it's not worth their time. So you need to know, again, that this starts with the mindset, and it starts with your goal and why you decided to be a coach in the first place. What was your big 5-year plan for yourself? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I saw myself leaving my design job and working from home with future babies. That's what I wanted, and that's what kept me going after all the time people said no. Because after I got 9 no's, I got 1 yes. And when you get that 1 yes, it is worth every other no, because it's a yes, and it's one person who is joining you and one person who is going to be starting their health and fitness journey, and you get to walk with that person through their journey for how long, okay? It is the most rewarding thing to be able to help people in this business, okay? And it's also rewarding when you stick it out and eventually see the benefits for yourself and your family, okay? So objections are not something to give up over. See them as a challenge and be ready to tackle them, not to leave them behind. So we're gonna cover when people say, I don't have money, it doesn't fit my budget, I don't have time, do I have to get shakes? And we're also gonna talk about when you're inviting people to the coaching opportunity. Some people might say, oh, I wanna be a good coach. Or, oh, I don't wanna post on social media. Or, oh, I'm an introvert. Okay, a lot of us had those exact same thoughts, right? But here we are, okay? So these are all common objections, and we're going to learn to combat them. So remember that objections stem from their own limiting beliefs. Objections that you're going to get from people are their limiting beliefs. They only exist if the objections in their minds only exist if you let them be in their head. So you have to help them understand, okay? So people usually object or give excuses to protect themselves from fear of failure, okay? So they might not have enough information about what the program that you're doing, and so they're just like, I'm not interested, or oh, Sierra, your sample moves look too hard. I don't think I could do that. And so they feel like they wouldn't be able to do the sample move, and so therefore they think they might fail, and then they think it might be a waste of their money, okay? So their objections and their fear of failure has nothing to do with us, but everything to do with where they're at in their lives. So we have to help them talk through and see the value behind every aspect of their different objections, okay? So sometimes, right before we jump into objections, sometimes we might send an invite and they will immediately say, hey, thanks for reaching out, but I'm not interested right now. So obviously we're going to get a lot of those messages, and those are great, like fine. It's part of the process, but I don't like to leave the conversation right there. I like to ask what their hesitation is so that I can speak to that. Why aren't they interested right now? So normally I'll say something like, hey, thanks so much for getting back to me. Are you already working through a fitness routine that you enjoy? Because I'm assuming if they're not interested, maybe they're already doing a different program right now, but I don't know. So I have to ask. You'll usually discover what program or gym they're doing, and then you can know next time that you decide to follow up with this person, maybe they're not interested, maybe because they're a CrossFitter and they go to a CrossFit gym. Okay, cool. Well, next time, maybe 2 months down the road, they're still following your journey. And when you reach out to them, you could maybe instead of inviting them to your group, maybe you ask them, hey, like, how are your workouts going at your gym? Have you do you use a pre-workout? And you could lead with a supplement, or you could lead with a nutrition plan. Because I myself, when I was a CrossFitter, I was not using pre-workout, I was not using any supplements, and I had no idea what healthy eating was. So I would have loved a pre-workout. I stopped work at 5. I had to drive to the gym by 5:30. I was so tired. I would have loved having a pre-workout before I started my CrossFit workouts. So know why people are interested. Ask what they're up to, so that next time you follow up, you can see, how can I add value to this person by maybe adjusting my invite to them specifically, okay? So when people say they're not interested, ask, like, don't just say like, well, why? Like, use the script, okay? Thanks for getting back to me. Are you already working through a current fitness routine? Like, keep the conversation going. Keep that relationship growing. Okay, so objections, right? We need to, every time somebody comes at you with an objection, you need to have this thought process in your head. Feel, felt, found. You need to feel, so you need to sympathize with their situation. Like, maybe their situation is, I'm a poor college student. Maybe that's their objection. I'm a poor college student. Oh, girl, I feel ya. I was, just scraping by myself when I was in college. But I found that when I did take the time to go to the gym, I had so much more energy to get through my day when I was in design school. So, oof, I feel ya, sympathize with their situation. Felt is, hey, I felt that same way at one point in time. Like, oh, 160 is a good price. Maybe their objection is the price. I'm really interested in the program. I'm really interested in the group, but 160 just seems kind of expensive to me right now. Hey girl, I totally feel you. I at first thought 160 was expensive myself, but I found that when I compared it to my CrossFit membership, it was actually saving me so much money to go this route with Beachbody than to spend $130 a month to go to CrossFit or Orange Theory. okay? So feel, felt, found. I felt that same way too, but when I decided to commit, I found that it was saving me money, that Beachbody was saving me time, that I could fit the workouts into my schedule instead of having to fit Orange Theory workouts into my busy day, okay? So you need to feel, felt, found every objection. Okay, so I don't have money. My number one thing is I kind of already talked on this. Go ahead and screenshot these because I'm not going to read through all of these, but these are just a couple different scenarios that you can combat the money objection. So screenshot each of these screens.
Sierra, are you sharing? I mean, you're still sharing the follow-up page?
What?
That's
Can you
what I
not see my PowerPoint?
I can see it, but I'm still on the follow-up page. Are
Oh,
you sharing like an objections one?
yeah. Can anyone else see my PowerPoint?
I just see the Word document with the scripts.
What?
We're still on invite script 3.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
Sorry we didn't say anything.
That's so weird. I mean, honestly, my PowerPoint is just a bunch of words, so I can always post this in the team page later. Wow, seriously? What if I minimize?
When this happens in class, they have to like unshare and reshare their screens.
Okay, perfect. I will try that. Thank you for saying something. Okay, how about now?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Where was I? Okay. Well, I was talking about feel, felt, found. Now we're talking about money. These are the screens I was saying you can screenshot because there's a lot of scripts on here that I'm not going to go through. Okay, so when somebody says that they feel like they don't have the money for it or it's not in their budget, I kind of already talked to this one already as, hey, I felt the same way too. But you could say something like, I found that it was in comparison to a standard gym membership, it was actually way more affordable than the typical gym membership. The typical gym membership usually costs somewhere between $45 and $75 a month, and they don't get meal plans. They don't get accountability. They don't get a coach. If they want those things, they have to pay an extra fee to get a personal trainer on top of their gym membership. So you need to break down the value by either using the script, or right now we have really amazing, beautiful graphics that show their 3 different package options and everything that's included in that. We also have, if you go into the coach back office, into like grow my business, shareable media, there's more graphics that show what's included and their individual cost when you buy them separately, and it shows an overall savings. So you could even share something like that. So you need to paint the value behind not just the workout programs, but they're getting multiple workout programs. They're getting a virtual fitness trainer. They're getting you as an accountability coach. They're getting a group, and they're getting nutrition plans. Especially this month, they're getting 2 top of the line nutrition programs. So my main thing is compare it to a typical gym membership. Feel, felt, found. I felt the same way too. I actually had to talk my husband into getting this for me for my birthday because he did not want to spend money on the programs because we already were spending $75 a month on our gym. But, so yeah, feel, felt, found. But I found that when I did incorporate these workouts into my gym routine, I was more efficient with my time. And the nutrition program is what helped me really get control of my sweet tooth and my binge eating. And I finally started leaning down and toning up to see those results I had been wanting for a long time. So feel, felt, found. Paint the value. Also, if they're really giving pushback on price, this third one right here says worst case scenario, you could mention how there is a 30-day money back guarantee. So if they're really nervous about spending $160 and they're nervous that they're gonna not follow through or not like the program, you can say, hey, why don't you commit to 2 weeks strong or 30 days and give it your best shot? Let's just see. And if you don't like it, I will personally help you cancel your gym or cancel your bod membership if you decide this is not the right fit for you, and you'll get your money back, guaranteed. Okay? Okay, next one, main objection is I don't have time. Again, feel, felt, found. Relate to their story. Girl, I feel you. I used to work 2 jobs and I was getting up at 4:30 a.m. for 2 years. It was crazy. But I found that on the days when I prioritized my 30-minute workout, I was in such a better mood the rest of the day. You feel like you've conquered the day by 8 a.m. Okay? Or you could also say something like, girl, I totally feel you. Everyone in my group has super busy lives, and I'd say half of them set their alarm early in the mornings to sneak in the workout before work, and the others do it afterwards. My yellow go-go juice, or you could say my pre-workout, really helps me give me the energy I need to crush my morning workouts, even when I feel like a zombie, okay? So you're relating with them, you're telling them how you used to be in the same position as them, and you're saying, this is what I found. Once I decided to commit, I found out when I made the time for my exercise, everything else kind of went better because I was happier, I was more confident in my skin, etc., etc. Also, our workouts were basically designed to be efficient. When I went to the gym, I was trying to make up my workouts, and in between every set, I was checking my phone, my text messages. I was being inefficient. When I'm following a fitness program with a screen, with a virtual trainer telling me what to do, what exercise is next, counting my reps, it doesn't give me time to stop and waste time. It is efficient workouts. Obviously, we all know a lot of our programs are only 30 minutes a day. We even have T25, 25 minutes a day. We have Transform 20, which is 20 minutes a day. We even have 22-minute Hardcore. It's kind of an older program with Tony Horton. Those are 22-minute workouts. They're efficient, okay? So you could talk about that as well when somebody says they feel like they don't have time. Okay, sometimes people will ask me, I'm interested in the workouts, but not the shakes. I usually will keep it simple. Again, screenshot this if you want to. I keep it simple and say something like, it's the best deal to get the package deal. So when you get the challenge pack with the Shakeology, you're technically getting to try your first bag of Shakeology at 70% off. So it's the cheapest way to give it a try, but you don't have to get more if you end up not liking it. Yeah, okay, so screenshot that if you want to look into this one in more detail. Okay, we are switching gears into objections about coaching. All right, so main objection, or a objection that we might get is, I feel like I wouldn't be a good coach. Again, you feel, felt, found. You were in their shoes at one point in time, right? You probably had objections that you either asked me or your upline coach before you decided to become a coach, right? So relate to their situation, share how you felt too, and say how you found coaching to be awesome because A, B, C, D. So for example, someone might say, well, I'm not at my goal weight yet, so I feel like I wouldn't be a good coach. I might say something like, hey, I wasn't at my goal weight either, but it ended up being a benefit to me. More people can relate to the average Joe as they are on their journey versus someone who might be super fit. It just depends on the person. I can be motivated by both people. I can be motivated by the average Joe. I can also be motivated by someone who's ripped, okay? So know that no matter where you're at in your fitness journey, you're gonna relate to somebody and you're gonna be an inspiration to somebody, okay? It's our job to be open and share our journeys because so many will be able to relate with us and join us on our journey and help be with us as we continue our journey, okay? Maybe I don't want to be salesy. You could say something like, good, we don't want you to focus on being salesy. We'd like to say that coaches technically focus on helping over selling, but we just show up on our stories and we share our journey and hope to inspire people along the way. Beachbody won't be for everyone, but we are here to simply invite people to join us on our journeys using the same programs we did to find our own results. Okay. Sometimes people might have an objection like, well, I don't have a big Instagram following, so this is going to be really hard for me. Mindset, people. If you think it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. If you think it's going to be hard and you're willing to overcome something and accept the challenge and beat the challenge, you're going to be successful. So it really just comes down to mindset. But I like to share, hey, when I started, I only had 400 followers. Now I have over 9,000 followers. So we will teach you how to grow a following by being consistent on your stories and putting in the work to actually go and follow people so that they hopefully follow you back. That should be another coach training for another night. Okay. Another objection might be, I don't want to post on social media. Again, feel, felt, found. I didn't want to post much first either. I'd say something like, oh my gosh, I know that was probably my biggest hesitation when I signed up to coach. I used to only post a maximum of 3 times a month. But I figured if my heart was in the right place and I'm posting with a purpose to inspire and encourage other people, I have nothing to worry about. Plus, I decided if overcoming my fear of social media could lead me to potentially earning a 6-figure business, that was worth it to me. Okay? I'm going to read that again. I decided if overcoming my fear of social media and what other people think of me, if overcoming that could lead me to potentially earning a 6-figure business, that is worth it to me. It is worth it to me to send invites. It is worth it to me to get outside my comfort zone if it means I could accomplish my 5-year goal, okay? All right, what will my friends think? This was huge for me when I became a coach. I was definitely afraid of this too, but turns out a lot of people ended up being more supportive than I thought they would be. I also started reading and listening to personal development books to help me build confidence and help me have content to post about. Okay, so again, you can take a screenshot of this because these types of things will help you converse with people when they're interested in becoming a coach. Okay, so this one could apply to if someone's signing up as a customer or a coach, but everything sounds good. I'm ready. I'm excited. I just need to talk to my husband about it. Okay, that's great. I say something like, okay, great. When do you think you guys will be able to chat? I ask when it's going to happen because a lot of girls might be afraid to talk to their husband about it. They might be nervous of what their husband's going to think, or they might think their husband's going to say no, so they put it off a day and they put it off another day. So yes, people need to talk to their spouses about this. I encourage that. But I ask, when do you think you will be able to chat? That way I know when to follow up with her to see, hey, what did your husband think? Okay. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on this slide. Take a screenshot if you want to. Okay, so that's enough on objections. Here are a couple follow-up examples you could use when you're either signing a coach or a customer. So this might be after you've had a conversation, they've looked at the pricing, you've sent the link, you've sent the share cart, but they haven't purchased yet. I like to follow up and be like, hey, did that link work for you? Or, hey, did that link work for you? I haven't seen your order come through yet on my end, and I didn't want you to think I had forgotten about you. Should I be saving you a spot in this next group? Okay. That's a really good one. You guys should screenshot that and save it, write it down. Another follow-up you could use for, they said they were interested, your group's about to start. You could talk about, hey, I'm holding a spot for you. Hi, just finalizing the details for our group. I wanted to check in and see if you are still interested in joining us. Should I be holding your spot? Okay, that puts a little bit more urgency on the situation. Okay, cool. All right, so wrapping things up, just know that objections are part of your job. They're gonna be part of your everyday conversing with people. They're not a bad thing. People are just want to protect themselves. Nobody likes, everyone is a little bit afraid of failing. So you need to be understanding of that and just help them see the other side of their fear, okay? So you need to help them see their potential. You need to help them see what their goals are and to help them picture themselves achieving those goals by joining you, okay? So start tackling your objections publicly. The people you are talking to are watching you. So are the people you're not talking to yet. So like people who are watching your Instagram stories, you might not have talked to everyone individually, but all of those people might have similar objections that Susie had. So if you talk about that objection on your stories, like, I don't have time. So maybe tomorrow you can get on your Instagram stories and be like, I love how efficient and short these programs are. So maybe not 80-day obsession because those are hour-long workouts. Maybe you're talking about 21-day fix or this brand new program and how the workouts are short and sweet, efficient. You get in and get out and on with your day. So that's what I mean by talking about objections publicly. So don't take it personally and don't give up on this life-changing adventure as a coach, okay? So that's all I have to say. I'm gonna post this. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna post this in the team page if you guys ever wanna look back at it. Yeah, I don't really have time to answer questions, but I'll take a picture of the questions and then we can take a boomerang and be on our way. And if you have questions, my phone's not taking a picture of it. But let's take a quick boomerang. Thanks for being on tonight, you guys. And I hope you take advantage of MBF. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, happy Wednesday. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.